Let's head over to the kitchen now and say hello to ABC7 Culinary Director Judi Gallagher. Happy Monday to you, Judi.
And happy Monday to you, and welcome back, Scott. I hope it was a great vacation. Well, the heat and humidity are on the rise, and that means I temper down the kitchen a little bit using lighter ingredients. I went to the Sarasota Farmers Market this weekend. I hope you saw our Facebook Live post. Really had a great time with the vendors. Picked up beautiful diver scallops from Maggie's Seafood. Always love that stop. We're going to mix it with some organic bok choy and sauzo, which is a Chinese spinach. If you can't find that or you don't make it down to the farmer's market, you can use regular spinach, and I'll just tweak it a little bit with you, add a little arugula. We're going to bring those flavors together with Japanese sliced eggplant and make this really beautiful sauce. And the spinach and the eggplant works as a base for these beautiful scallops with a little Thai coconut seasoning. I'm going to season them now. I patted them dry, and when we come back, we are ready to start cooking.
Back to the kitchen now, check in again with our culinary director, Judi Gallagher, to find out what she's cooking for us on this Monday. Judi.
Well, Scott, I'm ready to get going. We're making Japanese-style pan-seared diver scallops with Japanese eggplant. Beautiful scallops from Maggie's Seafood at the downtown farmers market. You want to go there on the early side because they tend to sell out early. The lines get big right about 7:30 or 8. So I'm really fortunate. This is a total of 2 packets that I'm using. So I'm going to use 2 different pans. We're going to sear the scallops, which are going to take a very short time. Like I said, I decided to sprinkle them with this beautiful coconut Thai seasoning from the Spice and Tea Exchange. So I'm going to put them so they hit the heat evenly. Place that around. So I'm going to just hit that peanut oil I have right there. You can also substitute grapeseed oil or even canola oil. Sesame oil's going to be a little bit too strong for something so delicate as scallops. You always want the fish to really have its own uniqueness. Just slightly pick up the seasonings that you're using, but you don't want to overpower such delicacy. Now, let's get started on the Japanese eggplant. They come in long pieces. They're that light, beautiful purple color. We're going to add that to a pan, okay, and start to saute those. And we're going to add, I added a little oil already into this beautiful minced shallots and garlic. And that is just going to be a flavor pop. So now we have some lemongrass paste, and I'm going to stir that right in. And the thing about lemongrass and even ginger, if you don't have fresh, I've showed you, you can use that ginger juice from Whole Foods. You can also buy a container of Gourmet Garden, which has pureed ginger, many different seasonings. So we're going to just saute the eggplant just for about, honestly, about 2 minutes, because what we don't want to do is we don't want to overcook it. Eggplant gets mushy, and we want to get it just before it gets to that point. So that's sauteing. Let's take a peek at our scallops. See, there we go. See that brown crust? That's all you want to look for. So we're talking less than 2 minutes per side. I'll finish these scallops searing, and when you come back, we'll make the sauce for the eggplant. And we'll saute up that Chinese spinach and have a beautiful light summer dish ready to go.
All right, back to the kitchen now. It sure smells good over there right now. Let's get back to Judi Gallagher.
So now you're going to get an even bigger pop of flavor, Scott, as we start to add the sauce. So I have some ponzu, which is soy sauce with citrus. As long as you're using a low sodium, gluten-free soy sauce, you're going to be fine. You can always add a squeeze of lemon or lime in there. That brings in the citrus notes. So we're going to go ahead and add that to the sauteed eggplant. And as I mentioned, we're being careful not to overcook the eggplant, because this is the part where we have to watch out for. I added a little more ginger and a little more shallots. And shout out to my son Eric Williams for helping me with this recipe. His flavor profiles are just so good. So we're going to let this reduce just for about, 10-15 seconds. Nice light sauce. Then I've taken some cornstarch with water, and I should mention that I also added some castor sugar, which we usually use for baking. just about a teaspoon or so to balance that out from the sodium content. Now, once we add this little slurry of cornstarch and water, you want to keep a little more water nearby, and I have a little water bottle. See how that thickened up so quickly? You don't want to overdo, but you want to get that sauce simmering just a bit. And we have some already done right here, so you can see that it's reduced down. And the flavor really adheres to the Japanese eggplant that's so light. Now we'll take our Chinese spinach. And like I said, you can do, if you don't have Chinese spinach, you can use regular spinach for sure. The Chinese spinach, if you get it at Warden Farms, what I love about it, Tatsu, it has a tang to it, and the stems are nice and thick, adding a richness of vitamins that we all need. So it's just so enjoyable, but rinse that really, really well, because that's coming straight from the farm. So a little toss in there, maybe a little more coconut Thai seasoning, and you can see the eggplant is done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a nice shaped plate, and once the spinach is wilted, I'm going to put the spinach with this little bit of bok choy on the plate. And there we go, it's starting to wilt just beautifully. Then we're going to layer it with the eggplant and then the scallops. So when you come back, we are going to have the lightest lunch for a really warm day. Come back in just a few minutes and we'll have a taste.
Well, I've been noshing away during the break, and I'll tell you, it's delicious.
Thank you, and it's light. So we have, you know, I like the nutrition point of it is we're getting our dark greens in. Anything Asian style I love, but cooking in the Japanese way of umami, of just simple flavors come together, and I love it with the Japanese eggplant.
The eggplant's awesome. I'll tell you what, I remember back in the 50s style of cooking things till they were, you know, soggy and wilty.
Right,
and
right.
This is so good and crisp and still got all the flavor.
You have to have that little bite, right? So you can have it both, and you can have that little bit of glaze in the sauce that we made. Just a teeny bit of cornstarch, brought up the flavors with garlic and ginger. Thank you.
Really awesome. Recipe for it's on our website, mysuncoast.com. Click on the dining link page, and all the information will be there. Did you have a good holiday weekend?
I had a great holiday weekend.
Leftovers?
Wow, not really, but I had the worst cooking nightmare of my life. I'm going to admit it.
What?
I was in charge of making the prime rib. I went for a power walk. It came out well done. So see,
what'd you do?
Even I cried and apologized to family and said I'll do over this weekend.
See, even great chefs have mistakes. You just keep on keeping on, right?
You have to.
Scott, back to you.